exciting additions, defensively over the past couple of days. I mean,
good.
I hold it. Okay, all right.
Just to be bringing, Kamari in and John Humphrey and those guys. I mean, how exciting is that? See where the future of this defense could go.
It's really good. I'm excited for the future. Excited for our guys to come in and compete and work for a championship. So.
Have you got to meet with Doug Belk yet? Coach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really nice guy. He's intelligent. He's enthusiastic to the game. He, just wants to pick reins and wants guys to compete. Wants guys to go out there and work. So, we're on the same page, and he's a good guy.
What's the motivation going into this last game of the year?
Finish strong, man. Go out there and give it all you got, man. Keep your mind on one thing, one goal, and that's going out there and beating Louisville. So, yes, sir.
Jaylin, you played with, you got to know Miller really well from Alamany. A lot of guys just talk about kind of the confidence he carries himself with, a bit of that swagger. I mean, seeing that, what does that look like, in the practice field from
It's great, man. I think it ultimately shows, it's a testimony to hard work, like I say all the time, man. Watching Miller grow up, from my freshman year, of high school to my freshman year in college, it's just evolution of him working and his grind and his dedication to stay down. And it's the swagger he brings every day. It's like, it's a guy to look up to for sure. And he's one of those guys that anything goes wrong or anything like that, it's the guy that I always want to, model who I am.
Do you have a favorite, just out of curiosity, a favorite Miller story from all these years? One you can tell us?
I think ultimately my favorite story would be we were losing a really tough game. It was round two of playoffs. We were trying to get Pericles. We were at my hometown actually, and we were down 3 tubs. We came back, and we won the game. I'll tell you that. But it was just something that I've never seen Miller do. Dialed in, and just was so locked in. I've never seen it. So it's exciting to see him come out there and compete against Louisville.
See a little bit of the same guy, heading into Louisville. Just how he's acting. Heading into the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think just his energy's never changed. Who he is as a person, who he was as a person, and who he is truly a great guy off the field. He's somebody that you can always talk to and be there for you. And on the field, it was just a plus. Just him being able to make those throws and just being who he is as a player on the field too is just it's a plus for him. That guy.
A lot of opportunity for young guys during bowl prep. What have you seen from the young receivers, Jacoby and Deuce, and going back to wide receiver?
Oh man, I think you go to those first days, them coming out there, man, just learning the tree, learning their routes, where they feel comfortable doing. Man, they've came a long way, man. I honestly say Jacoby, Deuce, there's some physical receivers at the top of their route. Hard to cover for sure, just as the build, man. So those two guys are coming along very well, making some unbelievable plays throughout practice. And it's going to be exciting to see him on Wednesday.
What have you seen from Traquan? Seems like he's been stepped up. Role with some.
Traquan's always been. I feel like, in my opinion, he's been an elite technician as far as with his feet work and just who he is as a player. There's things to improve on as far as anybody as a player, and me too. But ultimately, man, he's came along really well, communicating wise. Stepping into that nickel role, and he's been balling, man.
Do you see any of the younger guys kind of step up on the defense during these drill practices?
I'd say a little bit of everybody. I think it took everybody to step up. Guys, doing their own thing. It took a lot of people to step up, and I think our guys, mentally, physically, took that as a challenge, and it's been going pretty well.
What's it been like having Coach Lynn at practice, observing you guys, and do you almost feel like this game is sort of like a showcase for the defensive guys for next year? This is what we can do when he does take over fully.
Yeah, Coach Lynn's been around. I've had a conversation with him. When he first got here, we talked ball and talked football a lot, and I wouldn't say it's a test for sure. I think it's just a test every time to go out there and compete. It's an opportunity to go out there and showcase who you are. And ultimately, with the situation being what it is here, I think it ultimately is a test to, who you are. Yes, sir.
I'm a little late here, so I may ask something.
All good, Scott.
But can you just give your thoughts on Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson?
Oh, yeah, those guys are some freak athletes, man. I think those two are guys that have high ceilings, bright future, so physical at the top of the route. It's kind of hard to, see where the ball is coming with them, turning to catch the ball. So I think just ultimately, man, those two guys are on a good trajectory. So.
Were those guys that all year long you kind of saw developing?
Oh, 100%. You can see it through practice. Any practice, throughout any practice, they're just progressing throughout the day, for sure.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Jaylin.
No problem.